Hello again, everyone. Thanks for tuning in. Mike Lowe here, and this is episode 7 of our 2022 season. We're going to be jumping into some gameplay, but first I wanted to show you, we just had our bye week. Stats are looking really good with this slider set. So again, this is a custom slider set using All-Madden as the base. The details of that set are up on Operation Sports, but we'll just look at a couple examples of really where this is, I think, really showing off itself quite well. When we start to look at some of the stats and how they just align with the simulated games mostly, right? So I'm just going to scroll down until we get to Lions quarterback here, who is second-year player Nick Escobar. And what I'm looking at is really just kind of like attempts, right? Or even yardage, you could say. Really just, who are his peers kind of around this area? And, if we look at Jimmy Garoppolo, he's got just about the same amount of yardage. They have almost the same completion percentage. They have a very, very similar touchdown to interception ratio. Yards per game is a little bit higher for Nick Escobar. Ratings about the same. YPA is about the same, and so on. You can see Escobar's done a pretty good job escaping the pocket when he has felt pressure. We'll see how that goes against Aaron Donald today. But again, as you look and see here, we have really, really similar numbers. Of course, that's through 6 games for Escobar. But it's really hard to pick out, right? Who are the simulated quarterbacks versus who are the real life running backs. I use kind of a running back by committee, so you're not going to see a guy kind of like up at the top for the Lions. What I'm looking at here is quarterback rushing yards, right? First off, our leading rusher, Nyheim Hines, since DeAndre Swift is hurt, he's back this week. And so these guys have kind of put up similar numbers here. Actually, Hines has been just lights out awesome for us. But Swift will regain his job this week. But I'm looking at QB rushing, right? So the first quarterback, 31 carries, Lamar Jackson, 163 yards. And even this doesn't get inflated. There's not like there's opportunities left and right. Cam Newton, 17 for 118. Gardner Minshew, and then you got Nick Escobar, 19 carries for 106. So again, really, really falling in well with what we're seeing for simulated stats versus real life stats. This is sorting by yards, so again, same thing. We'll go down. We'll eventually see Pierre Griffin, second-year player who is the Lions' leading receiver this year. And you can start to look around. So let's just look at Sterling Shepard here. Just about the same yardage, the exact same amount of receptions. The average is about the same. The average per game, 3 touchdowns each. I mean, it's hard to tell which one's been simulated and which one has been played each game, right? So just seeing some really, really good stuff. These don't sort properly, unfortunately, but as we look at the league leader in pass deflections, right? You will see Okudah here. This one does sort okay. So Jeff Okudah, second in the NFL in deflected passes. And so again, not super surprising. Games played, he's actually got one less, so he's among the leaders. But as a superstar player who is now, an 85 or something like that now, that's to be expected there. He's one of the better corners in the league right now. Sacks, I know it won't sort my guy, but we have a guy with, I think, 5.5. As Trey Flowers, 5 or 5.5. So again, Trey Flowers is kind of in this mix here. Interceptions, we had Walker who had 3 in one game, but he's our leader in interceptions. Other than that, we haven't had a ton of interceptions. So, but things are looking good. I mean, guys, even like little details like this, if you're using the kick arc, like I've talked about in the slider set, I mean, we're talking details all the way down to this, right? Number of kickoffs versus touchbacks. You're going to see, well, actually, let's sort by touchbacks, because if you don't adjust your sliders for something as simple as kicks, right, you're going to have your guy lead by far in touchbacks. And so, again, if we look at Justin Tucker versus Joey Sly, the Lions quarterback here, who's played in every game, very, very similar numbers. We're talking about percentages of kickoffs that end up being touchbacks, right? So just about half. So, I mean, stuff's falling into place. Punting averages. I mean, I'm not going to bore you guys with punt averages, but you can see, I mean, Jack Fox, I should say, 48.5. He's also not, leading the league in, touchbacks. He's also not leading the league, close to it though, inside the 20. So again, that's bringing his average down. But I mean, guys, kick return yardage is looking good. When we're talking about averages, I mean, as I just scroll down, you'll see the Lion guy. Eventually, it's actually a little bit lower. Kickoff returns on broadcast cameras is a little bit tricky because you don't really get much of a leeway in what you can see. But point being, Denzel Nash, our kick returner, is not running away with the league lead in kick return yardage or anything like that. Same thing with punt returns. Denzel Nash has 12 returns total, 4.8 average. He's actually not that good, right? He's kind of on par here with Alexander Brown. So just wanted to throw that out there again. The sliders themselves are up in Operation Sports, playing really, really well. Version 1.16 is what we're using today. And it's exactly how they have them up on the forum is exactly what I'm using today. So, but yeah, it's going to be a tough game. The Lions, believe it or not, we're actually last in our division, but we're only a game out of the playoffs. The Rams lead their division at 4-3. There's a bunch of teams in that 4-3 range. So this is a really important game. It's one of our many, many road games we've had lately. It's been really weird. We've been on the road a lot. But DeAndre Swift's back. We are ready to jump into some gameplay here. So I appreciate you guys checking this out. Hey guys, what's going on? R. Brown, yeah, hey, what's up? I just went over some sliders. So I just mentioned they're up in the Operation Sports forum. This is what I'm using. That's what I've been using. I'm also using broadcast camera. So if you haven't seen someone play on All-Madden on broadcast camera, and for either a treat, a surprise, an annoyance, I'm not sure how you describe it, but I think it's a treat. What's up, Rye Guy? Thanks for checking out the stream, guys. Getting closer to 1,000 subscriptions, so if you haven't subscribed, please do. That would help me out. Opens up a few more opportunities for streams and whatnot when you get to 1,000. Picked up my PlayStation 5 accessories today. It's weird. They're just sitting here in a box. Nothing to do with them yet. Got the camera off today. I mentioned before I like to actually stand up sometimes and play, and if I stand up, you're just going to see like my kneecaps, so. Lions have lost 2 in a row. They both were kind of heartbreaking losses. Blew a 14-point lead 2 games ago. Lost what could have been a game-tying touchdown last play of the game, incomplete pass. So that was up in New England there. Good looking stadium. I've not seen this stadium yet. So again, I'm going to put a little arc here. Actually, quite a bit of arc. I want that ball to kind of get down inside the 10, if not inside the 5. There we go. Take the kick.
Takes this near the 25, just a little pass there, call it the 26. Out come the Rams, and at the controls, the former Cal Bear standing at 6'4", quarterback Jared Goff.
What I loved about meeting with him before the game was talking to a guy who takes ownership of his performance.
Pretty average season for Goff so far.
2 interceptions last
So the game plan here.
Was the loss.
We're going to be focused on the red zone offense. We have the ball on defense, cover 1. We're going to try to play a little man with them. Take away some of those short passes. They're also try to shut down that run game. So it allows us to do just a few things. We're going to go just default in cornerback matchups for now. They like to put Wood in the slot, it seems. So we're going to try to keep an eye on that, see if we can get Coleman matched up on him there. So we'll start with some cover 1 right here. Broadcast camera. Welcome to it.
On first down, Goff. He's got this to the tight end, Hopkins. Call it no gain on the game's first play, and it's 2nd down now.
Late at night stream like this too, standing up, at least it helps me with focus a little bit. You start to get a little tired and lose your concentration. Bring a little blitz here and try to stop that run.
But for no gain, stopped right at the line, so it's 2nd and 10. A shotgun snap for Goff.
Good pressure. There we go. Ooh, fumble. That'd have been nice. That's a coverage sack there. Tight coverage where everybody can cover 1. Our guys are pretty good in man defense, so you really need to know your team on All-Madden. Play to your strengths. Don't try to force players into your system if they're not good fits for it.
That was big for them.
So danger averted for the moment, but now here's a 3rd and long. From the gun, here's Gone.
Give him that.
It's Williams. And they'll bring him down here up at about the 22-yard line. It's a gain of 6, but not enough, as they'll be forced to punt on their first drive of the game.
Well, we hear so often how tackling has become almost a lost art in the NFL game. But it's so important to tackle well on these receivers, especially in a play like this one. 3rd down, they get in the underneath stuff. You got to go and make the tackle right away.
It's a 41-yard punt, but just a net of 31 following the run back. And the Lions will take over. So here are the Lions now coming out for their opening drive. And out will come the leader of this offense, and that, of course, is their signal caller.
And you've got to think that they've got to be feeling pretty fresh. You know, coming off of the open week, didn't have to play, right? Gives them a chance to rest up a little bit, heal some of those aches and pains, and excited about playing again. That really rekindles things a little bit.
Try to run away from Aaron Donald whenever we can.
Coming right where they want it in the middle of the schedule.
Oops. I missed my hole. That suction. Got sucked into my alignment there.
2nd and 10 coming up.
So they didn't blitz on that down, but watch them blitz here.
But the key to good rushing defense is still having your linebackers set the edge.
Back to throw now on 2nd and 10.
Oh, jeez. He's bringing blitz, but they covered it.
And he'll lose yardage here.
And Ramsey down there.
Call that a loss of 5 yards on the play. And that'll force upon him a 3rd and 14. Now that screen there on 2nd down certainly didn't develop how they had hoped. Is that one they should have even tried, or is that one the quarterback sticks in his pocket?
I think the latter.
Ramsey's in the slot.
Because trying it is one thing. We can second guess just about every call. But in this case, when you realize it is broken down, just throw it at the feet of your intended receiver so that no one can pick it off, right? You don't have the ball tipped up in the air, and you come back.
Oh, come on.
Joe Hayden, the veteran, with a pick.
I cannot believe Joe Hayden outplayed that in a one-on-one.
Year in the league as a quarterback, but that's going to be one when he flips on the tape. He's like, I shouldn't have thrown that ball.
No doubt about it, and his coaching staff will be emphatic about he shouldn't have thrown that ball. But remember,
he actually had him beaten. I thought about doing the catch after run, but Galladay's so good at those contested catches that.
And turn it into positives moving forward.
So the Rams coming back onto the field, their 2nd drive of the game. And the last drive, their first drive, 3 and out. What changes here, if anything?
I think it's making sure the guys that you trust the most with the ball, the biggest playmakers you have, that they touch it on this possession to try and get things moving.
So get it to the horses.
Without a doubt. They're the ones that typically end up in the end zone.
2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
Well, any lane that might have been open there was closed pretty quickly, and that was because the defensive front, they won that battle at the point of attack at the line of scrimmage. They used great leverage, held their spot, and stacked him up.
Now this one complete on the slant route. And he's brought down, but not before they get it across the 20-yard line.
Just want to see who they have. I don't mind if Kuda bumps Cooper Kupp. I think that's what. No, man, they have him backwards for some reason. Yeah, I get how they line these guys up. We're gonna just make a quick adjustment here. This game seems to read like cornerback 1 and 2. It seems to always be backwards. I want Kuda or Cooper Kupp.
First down. Now a first down throw. Gone. Got a man open. It's Tyler Higbee. A gain of 6 there on first. We've seen quite a bit of the short passing game here early on first quarter, haven't we?
We have, and I think it works a couple of ways for this team because, number one, you throw a short game until they stop it. And if they're not going to stop it, you keep throwing it, and occasionally you break a tackle and turn into a bigger game. Also, if they start to creep up, start to pressure receivers, now you go over the top, take it deep, and now you get some of those big shots downfield.
That last completion certainly not what they were hoping for, as now they'll try to convert on third. To the air again. Goal.
Dang. Coverage is tight today. So again, man coverage, which is a strength of ours, game plan, using cover one, just smothering it.
A dime set on defense, 6 defensive backs. None of them blitz. They're just back there in coverage. Defensive lineman gets the sack.
That's where the O-line, they go to the sideline, they keep their helmets on so the cameras can't find them, right?
Yeah, the cameras can't find them, but I know one thing. The O-line coach will.
Here's Johnny Hacker now, as he'll kick it away for the second time. 44 on his first punt, and this is a good kick as well. So this will be accepted as it moves the offense backwards. They'll look to throw here on first down. That's complete to DeAndre Swift out of the backfield. That catch good for only a couple.
All defenses worry that whenever anyone catches the ball and has a head of steam come out of the backfield, it could turn into a big play with missed tackles or he runs through people. But they were right there waiting, and they stopped him for a minimal gain.
Line of scrimmage, the 36 on 2nd and 8. Nyheim Hines, his first carry. And the hole closes quickly there. He gets maybe a couple up to the 38.
In order to play really good run defense when you're playing a 3-4, those 3 guys up front, the nose tackle and the guys they call the defensive ends, they're usually big, big people because they're going to have to eat up a lot of blockers because it's usually 5-on-3. And when they do their job well, guys who play on the inside, those inside linebackers, they will just roam and hit.
Hawkinson might be wide open here.
On third down, he'll drop the throw. He's got his man, T.J. Hockenson. And he'll work it across midfield inside the 45. First time these two have hooked up this afternoon, and it's a first down.
Well, a lot of times when you get a manageable third down situation like this, you have to think about your tight end, and he comes through for him, picking up the first down.
On play action, they'll throw. Throwing deep for Galladay. And nearly picked off there.
Man, Phil Hayden's playing well.
Instead, second down.
So many times we see teams go on the road and want to lean on their running game, but this crew just announced they're going to try and air it out and make hay downfield.
So second down, still 10 yards to go. Ball on the 43. Here's Hines. And they went the wrong way there. Losing yardage back at the 43-yard line. It'll go as a loss of a yard, so now they deal with 3rd and 11.
This defense is a difficult one to prepare for, one of the best in the league.
Oh boy.
They'll come at you from all angles, and they did a nice job there stopping him for a loss.
Out of the gun now on third down. They'll find Swift out of the backfield. And he can only manage to take this thing to the 38, well shy of the first down.
They didn't blitz as many people as I thought. They had pretty good coverage. I had AJ Green over the middle. I wasn't looking at him. He wants to try to steal balls.
Not enough, and it'll be 4th down.
No win.
Goal unit and Joey Sly now. This officially a 55-yard attempt. And he has got it from 55 yards away.
That's with kicking power at 49. He has 98 kick power though, so And I also angled it down a little
It
bit.
used to be that a 50-plus yarder was cause for celebration. Now, seemingly automatic.
Yeah, isn't it funny when we prepare for a game, when you look at the backgrounds of these kickers, it's interesting, isn't it, to find out they were all-state quarterbacks, receivers, defensive backs, all-state wrestlers, right? Baseball players. We're finding athletes all along, and now they're just specialists putting it through the posts.
And the Rams getting set to go now. They've had it twice. They've punted twice. Not the start they were hoping for.
Not at all. And let's face it, every facility we visit, everyone talks about converting on third down, how big that is. In this situation, they've had to punt it away twice. So they're furiously going over things on the sidelines. What do we need to do to pick up a first down and change our momentum? Yeah, things were pretty stacked up there in the middle of the line. A lot of bodies, not much space. I think ultimately he was fortunate to get anything out of that run.
On 2nd and 9, Goff looking underneath. He's got Akers. And from the 25, they work this to the 29, a gain of 4. For the Lions, an extra DB in the game now here on third down. Out of the gun, Goff. And that is incomplete.
This offense has definitely been slow getting out of the gate. It's almost like they missed their wake-up call for this one. No points on their first 2 possessions, and now it's looking like none on this one either.
First kick, 47. This one looks good as well. That'll go as a 46-yard punt with a return of 7. And that will come the offense as they take over. So the Lions offense ready to go back out onto the field. They've shown very little offensively to this point. Well, neither team has really. They come up here now, first down. Here's a quick throw outside to start things out. That catch good for only a couple.
The goal of a wide receiver screen is get enough blockers in front to create a wall and let him pick his spot to run the football. How about the defense there, swarming to it and not allowing that to happen? Did not let him get downfield.
Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. Throw left side complete. That's Griffin. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. 19 yards to pick up there. Move the chains.
But one of the ways the quarterbacks keep all the receivers alive in a play, never lock in on any one guy. Make sure you keep your eyes moving, scan the field. And here he finds the open guy for a nice pickup.
And they'll try the jet sweep here. A solid run on first down. Gain of 7 leaves him with a 2nd and 3.
Well, they gave up a few yards there, but all in all, I think it's a pretty nice job defensively against the jet sweep. If they don't slow him up, he might take it to the house, so they'll take that play every time on the defensive side of the ball.
Pulling guard still got through it.
Losing yardage on the play back at the 44. It'll be a loss of a couple on the play, so now third down coming up. 3-0 after 1 on EA Sports. The Lions on third down, just 1 for 3 thus far. This will be 3rd and 5.
It's going to clear Galladay out. If he's not followed by Ramsey, you have single coverage in that safety. If not, got a couple underneath routes, a couple curl routes we'll take. He was covered. That's fine. Leave someone else open underneath.
And he's able to get the first before he's taken down at the 30.
So just to kind of show you what I was looking at in this play. I didn't want Ramsey anywhere near early. The whole reason I called this audible to send Galladay deep is if he had man coverage, great. He was just going to run him off. He ran him off a little bit. Because I didn't want him sitting around trying to pickpocket one of these underneath routes, right? As he curls and this guy's a 97 or whatever he is overall, he gets over there and makes the interception. So I just wanted to clear him out. Galladay was pretty well covered, So again, it's just left Hawkinson underneath secondary option there. So he was kind of a runoff, but was also the primary guy I was looking at too. So.
Now it's Hines. And he'll have a gain of 3 to the 33.
Give credit to the defense for stringing that play out, and they gave up no cutback angle. You know he was trying to dart through. No place for him to go. A nice job there, only giving up a 3-yard gain.
They go back to the ground, this time Swift. And some nice running, going to get him down close to a first down at the Rams' 28.
I think we can safely say that those types of plays are the backbone of this offense. We know not every run's going to be a big hitter, but you know they'll take that type of result on each and every attempt.
They'll try and run here.
Gosh, dang, they're blocking terrible.
Brought down at the 32. And it appears we've got a member of the Rams shaken up on that last play. While the training staff takes a peek, we'll take a break. And this one is right down Broadway. And they're able to double their lead in this first half. It's 6-0. No problems in the field goal department so far. He's 2 for 2.
Pretty reliable here in this game, isn't he? And to me, that bodes well for them. If they need him late in the game, his confidence should be sky high.
Here's Oliver.
Whoa.
And he gets it to the 30-yard line, but the football's not going to stay there. There's a penalty marker down. So that will push him back.
And now we know why how extra space to run, don't we? The legal block in the back, that penalty will move them back.
Goff will lead the Rams up here 1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line. And from the shotgun, he'll throw. It's incomplete. Intended target was Cam Akers, but it's going to be 2nd down.
It certainly didn't appear that that's where he wanted to go with the ball initially, so he tried to get something out of it by dumping it off to his running back unsuccessfully.
After the incompletion, here's 2nd and 10 from the 20. Goff.
Oh,
It's
gosh.
into the hands of Akers, complete. And he's got it past the 30 before he's hit and dropped. A gain of 13. It's a 1st down.
Well, that certainly has to feel good. It's not all the time that the play caller should get all the credit. Sometimes I think in the huddle, the quarterback just says, hey, who's going to make a play for me? I just need something right here. And the end result there, nice first down. Drive keeps moving.
And incomplete as he was knocked as he threw it.
I still don't think I had the right corner. I want Okuda and Cooper Kupp. Yeah, that's not right.
Took the ball off course. Second and 10 from the 33-yard line. Again, Goff. Open man is Higbee, the tight end. They get 7 out of that, so they're left with a 3rd and 3.
Let's not quibble about the gain there on 2nd down. That was a positive play because that was a take-what-you-can-get situation. Got out to the tight end. Now it gives them a much better opportunity to convert on 3rd down.
The Rams on 3rd down. 0 for 3 to this point. They could use a conversion. This time it's 3rd and 3. It's Woods. And it's going to be another 1st down as they'll get him to the ground at the Lions' 42. His first catch, and it's a pretty big one. They get the conversion on 3rd down. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Goff throwing again. He'll get this to Akers on the backfield. And he gets it down to the 32. Seems as if the passing attack's starting to heat up a little bit here in the second quarter.
You can sense and you can see the momentum because now they're reading their patterns downfield, they're understanding the coverages, and they're finding the open holes in the defense.
They'll say no gain on the play, so it was looking good, but nothing there, and now it's third down and inches. Nice job there defensively to clamp down because really they've been on their heels this drive.
Agreed, and they really needed that one for confidence, just to feel a little bit better. But I don't know if I would be daunted by them stopping me on one run. This drive has gone pretty well. I could come right back at them.
That's going to set them back 5 yards. Play number 7 coming on this drive. It's third and inches. Now Goff. The throw is up for the challenge through the air. They force a fourth down.
A lot of times it's that first read that you have. Maybe you get it in pre-snap, and he locked in on his target, but he was covered quite well, and that one's incomplete.
And the 13-year man puts it through, and they are on the board, trailing now 6-3. These kickers now, it's like we take them for granted. Kicks like that used to be such a big deal, and now you just expect them to make it.
Yeah, you're exactly right, and we shouldn't take them for granted. I have a theory about it. You want to hear it?
Yeah.
They are more athletic now than ever before. I'm talking about kickers. Trace their backgrounds, trace their histories. You'll find that they were big-time athletes all along, but their kicking was so prevalent that we made them specialists.
Well, and now those 50-plus yarders seem easy for some reason. Swift to start the drive.
Oh, one block away. Would have been gone.
Nice way to start the drive. A gain of 12 and a first down.
A good run there off right tackle.
He did blitz there.
NFL football, the right side of the offensive line, often known as the nasty side. The left side, usually the technical side. Kind of reminds me of the old Atlanta Falcons 2009, 2010. That's how they constructed their offensive line.
Off the RPO, he completes it. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. It's a gain of 10 for the Lions and a first down. That time on the run-pass option when he decided to throw it. Not a quick little drop-off. He went downfield a bit.
Reminiscent of a triple-option quarterback in college because he faked it inside, and instead of immediately throwing it out to the perimeter, stepped back in the pocket to find a target downfield.
Yeah, I'm not running away from him.
Just gets rid of it, throws it away. A wise move there, looked like nope.
They had pretty good coverage on that play. I should have just rolled to the left. I forgot Aaron Donald's on their team.
Open, now second down. So after the incompletion on first, now second and 10. They'll run the draw here with Swift. And he'll fight forward maybe to the line of scrimmage, but that's all. Calling no gain on the run there, and now they'll be looking at a third down.
The running lanes have definitely not been there for him here in the first half, and I don't think it's all been his fault. His offensive line hasn't given him much space. A loss results there.
The Lions on third down, 2 for 5 to this point. This is third and 10. Now they'll throw here out of the gun. He's going to float this one deep right side.
Oh, he got it. He got hit as I threw too. I'll take it. He had a step on him. As long as the Ramsey wasn't near him, I'm okay throwing it up there. I'll show you what I saw here. Galladay had a safety over him. I was a little hesitant to go to that side because if Ramsey was in the slot. But Ramsey stayed low. So I saw that single coverage up there. Gosh, I had two guys open. But I got hit as I threw there. So Ewing was another, this guy's a rookie receiver actually. You know, if I would have lasered it, I didn't even see Ewing though. I was just so concerned watching this over here. But, I mean, this to me is open with his speed. You know, he's got to step on this guy. This guy's got 96 speed. But hit as he threw, this guy bailed me out. Pierre Griffin. Big time bailed me out.
Go, and continues to be one with another one right there.
A kicker fest so far, all points via field goals. They're hoping to change that right here. Here's Swift. And he will maneuver his way down to about the 7. Only a yard on the pickup there. 2nd and goal. Defensively, pretty good start there with their backs against the wall.
That's a win for the stop troops right there. And if I'm them, I get a little bolder now. They won the first battle. Keep coming after them. Put the pressure on them.
The line of scrimmage, the 7 now on 2nd and goal. One more time with Swift. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Detroit. DeAndre Swift, his first touchdown on the year. And the Lions are able to grow their lead.
I wonder if he changed anything on his play sheet or they just executed better. Because they had 2 previous drives that ended in field goals. Before this one, they finally were able to put into the end zone.
Well, whatever he did, speaking of the offensive coordinator, might be using that formula going forward. It worked there.
Yeah, it worked very well. He and his field general in pretty good sync right now. They're starting to move the ball.
It's a big drive.
Point after, right
big touchdown run. Really clutch 3rd down catch.
Lead. Joey
That might be
sliding
an
out to
end
kick
zone.
off after the touchdown.
Nope.
Here's Oliver. And he'll be tackled just shy of the 25. Get a look at this offense led by Cooper Kupp as they make their way back onto the field. Looking down at the stats here, realizing he has no catches. They've targeted him twice, but no catches. So how do they get him more involved, Charles?
You make sure he touches it on routes that he likes to run. Maybe even a reverse or some type of a jet sweep so he gets his hands on the ball and get him active and involved in the game. You just try and find ways to get him going, and it doesn't have to be something that's big downfield.
Maybe kind of like in basketball, just a shooter seeing the ball go through, you get him a rep, get him more comfortable.
I agree with that totally. Maybe set that solid screen and give him an easy look.
Well, to this point, no catches. Now left side, a completion to his tight end. They'll contain him to just 4. 2nd down.
Well, they were unable to make anything really big out of that, but it's not a bad idea to find your tight end and give him an easy completion and keep moving things forward. Almost as bread and butter as a good running back dive play.
Oh, I took the receiver's head off on that. Lucky I get a penalty.
I'm
going to show you guys this replay. This is funny. Watch 17. Would, right? It's completely lit him up.
From the snap, he certainly looked like he knew where he wanted to go with the ball, but surprise, that guy was covered. So that took his attention elsewhere to no avail.
The Rams on 3rd down. Just 1 for 5 to this point. This will be 3rd and 6. Throwing again is gone. Will not be able to hang on to the contact. It's incomplete. The coverage strong, and now it's 4th down.
As this old brain remembers, when I see 5 wide receivers on the field as a defender, I know the ball's coming out hot. They expected it and got there and popped it free.
Here's Johnny Hacker now as he's on to punt for L.A. And he'll get off a fairly short kick here as this is toward the sideline. And Detroit getting set to go now. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
They'll start on the ground with Swift. And he works his way forward for a couple up past the 30.
So if you've been playing defense in this one, there's a little bit of the good and some bad, because they did give up the touchdown run to him earlier, but shut him down otherwise.
Outside of that, you're exactly right. I would say they've contained him very well. Here's 2nd and 8. They'll try and set up the screen to Swift. And he'll bring it up here to right at the 40-yard line. 1:57 to go in this first half on EA Sports. Coming up at halftime, we remind you once again that we're going to check in with Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. He'll have stats and scores from around the NFL as we reach now, hard to believe, the halfway point of the season. Time flying.
It certainly is. Time to get the sweaters out, my man.
Back to throw now on 1st down. He's going to float this one deep right side. So close to
I had Galladay to single coverage too, but probably should have
couldn't get it.
thrown it to him.
Said go deep, let's try and hit him. Unfortunately, to no avail.
On 2nd down, Swift. And he'll be brought down just shy of the 45. 4 yards the gain, and it'll bring up a 3rd down.
He did have the touchdown run earlier, but not a heck of a lot more than that throughout this game.
No, not at all. In fact, I would say that this defense has done as good of a job on him as they have on any runner in recent memory.
And they insert their dime package, 6 DBs here on 3rd and 6.
Expecting pass all the way.
Yeah, kind of figured. It's hard to get around Aaron Donald.
Back at the 43-yard line. The Rams going to go ahead and use the first of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. Jack Fox out to punt here on 4th down. It's a 42-yard punt. They keep him to just a yard on the return. And the Rams will be backed up deep to begin the drive as they take over 1st and 10. Now a 1st and 10 at the 11. A shotgun snap for goal. They'll get this complete to Cooper Kupp. Now the Rams will signal for a timeout, their 2nd, as they'll stop it with just over a minute to go before halftime. On 1st down, it's gone. They'll check this down to Akers out of the backfield. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. On 1st and 10, gone. Good work after the catch. Gets him 15 to the 1st down. And incomplete on the deep ball. Well, the incompletion, yes, but maybe here not the worst thing in the world?
No, not on 1st and 10. It actually gives them a chance to regroup, relax just a little bit. They huddle up, talk it over. Then they get a chance to continue their drive.
9 yards, not quite enough, and they'll be left now with 3rd and 1. The Rams going to be forced to use their 3rd and
Clock management's so bad by the AI.
as the clock will stop with 18 seconds to go in the first half.
Let them catch it.
Catch on 2nd down, but it didn't help at all, and now they're looking at 3rd down here. To the air again. Gone.
Oh, he doesn't get out of bounds. Yikes.
It's going to be another 1st down as they'll get him to the ground at the Lions' 30. Defense was expecting run, and they're dealt.
They tried to run their field goal unit out. Oh, the AI. Come on, man. Spend less time on Mutt, please.
He won't be number number 2 for long.
Well, that's what often happens when you have competitors.
Can't wait till it's criminal.
These guys know where they stand in relationship to yardage,
Sounds
totals,
like
numbers,
those card trading modes, man.
Let's face it,
I'm telling you,
all of them, they all
they're
want to be
taken out of these games sooner rather than later.
More from you guys in
You don't believe me? Look at what's going on now. Was it Holland?
Right here on the
They just had to outlaw him.
We'll begin up at legendary Lambeau Field in Green Bay, where it was our visitors who were able to walk away with the road victory. Terry McLaurin, a good game there.
All right, got a little help there from Washington.
From there, let's head off and check out a second game. And they fall in that one to the visiting Indianapolis Colts. 17-0 the final. Finally, we finish at MetLife Stadium to see what's going on with the Jets. And they were winners in that one over the visiting Minnesota Vikings.
Got help from them, too.
24-10 was your final. Meanwhile, in our game, it's been a back-and-forth first half. Who can put it together in the second half? For the answer, we turn it back over to our broadcast team of Brandon Godden and Charles Davis. All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. The Lions in the lead, and they're going to get the football first as well as the second half is underway. Taking it about the 1. And he returns this.
The only bummer with broadcast is it's hard to do kick returns. You don't get much of a, I guess, lead room to kind of see where you're going.
The Lions offense now with a football first here to begin quarter number 3. They built a good first half lead. Now they have a chance to add on to it.
There's zone.
What I'm thinking is that the offensive staff spent the entire halftime just working with them on, here's what we think they're going to do to attack us in the second half. Nice
Oh, gosh. What was that? Yikes.
Some change-ups. We're going to see them when we kick it off in the second half.
See how
That's
they
scary.
handle any adjustments that might be made defensively.
I think he's got to be careful not to force anything into coverage right
Man
there. There
coverage.
weren't really any throwing lanes, but the best part for him, he's got second and third down to fall back on.
We create a little high-low here with Swift and Hawkinson.
He'll try again with the arm here on second down. That's complete to Swift out of the backfield. 2 yards the loss, and now 3rd and 12. Well, if you're going to turn things around in a game like this, Charles, those are the kind of plays that you need.
And I just love the way that defense rallied to the football on that one. They got the completion, but he was smothered behind the line of scrimmage. And when you make tackles like that, your whole defense is going to be fired up. Really nice play getting to the ball.
On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. They'll find Swift out of the backfield. And he'll be stopped at the 27-yard line, well short of the first down marker. That one.
They had pretty good coverage on that play. Galladay. Yeah, Galladay was open there. I saw that linebacker following him. I just figured he was going to be surrounded by 3 guys. That's okay.
Good for only 6, and it leaves him with a 4th down. Here comes the Lions punter now, as he'll punt it away for the second time. So a change of possession here on the punt. And the Rams will go on offense here with a 1st and 10. Now the attention turns back to the Rams offense as they get ready for their first possession of the second half. And Charles, they're certainly still right in this game, but they need that offense to wake up and in a hurry.
Yeah, I like the way you put it. They certainly did seem to sleepwalk a bit in the first half. Now that they're...
And the Lions pressure too strong. Down he goes.
3 sacks for Flowers. Yeah.
Make that now 8 sacks for him on the season. Well, they go play fake. The problem is nobody was faked out.
And when no one's faked out, what's the end result? Quarterback gets hit.
Don't need it all back at once, but you figure they're going to need something here. 17 yards to go on second down. Over the middle, and it's incomplete.
So many times when we talk about coverage, we're just about a defender running with a receiver, but a big part of it is understanding where the football is, finding it. In this case, when it arrived, it wasn't a surprise, and he was able to bat it away.
They'll get this one to Cup complete. And this will not get close to the first down marker as he's brought down at the 26. They do get 9, but it leads to 4th down.
They didn't get the first down, but I have to say I do like the call. I like what they were trying to do. Try and hit your receiver on the run and see if he can pick it up, keep it on his feet, get a little rack yardage.
They have a nice job defensively to get to him and keep him short of the first. It's taken on the 25. A pretty good punt there, but also a nice return of 12 yards. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. Here's the Detroit offense now as they head back out onto the field. This crew had to punt last time they had the ball, but when you've got a lead like this, you can tend to play the field position game.
You are to an extent, especially if you like your defense, because you have the lead, you've been controlling the game. But why put them in a tougher spot? You want to get out there and get something done on offense and maybe take command of this game yourself.
And a 5-yard gain gets him to the 42.
That was a really nice job by them picking up the run blitz and detecting it and blocking it and turning it into a nice run. And a lot of times you think if you blitz a running play, you're going to smother it. But a lot of the blitzers, they come in a little bit high. They don't have great leverage, and they're easily blocked and turned to the side.
In the first half, he was held in check on the ground, but despite that lack of production, they still have the lead.
Yeah, and they've got to feel fortunate about that. If they could actually get production from their lead horse, that would help open up this offense and widen this margin, too.
On 3rd and short, they'll try and pick it up through the air. He's got his man, T.J. Hockenson. Well, they were in search of a short gain on 3rd down, and they wind up nabbing over 20 yards.
Well, that was a fun one to watch right there. A nice in-breaking route and plenty of room in the middle of the field. And he was able to get behind the linebackers and grab the completion for a really good pickup.
On play action, they'll throw. Dancing to his left. Seeing no options,
that was so fast.
This one away incomplete. Now that'll bring up 2nd down.
Oh, that's got to frustrate him a little bit because they nearly got to him there, and it would have been the first sack of the game. Instead, they're able to influence the release, and they did force the incomplete pass.
Yeah, he'll work free from one tackle, but that's about all as he's taken down. 5 yards, now it's 3rd and 5. Decided to hand it off that time on the run-pass option.
Appeared to be an easy decision. Just gave it inside. Nice, steady gain.
Out of the gun now on 3rd down. And he'll find Galloway. That's complete. And they will touch him down, but not before he gets the first. 2nd catch for him today, and it'll wind up a 1st down.
That's a play that'll likely be forgotten when you talk about big moments in this game. But plays like this are critical to keep drives going. And if points result, we'll call this play significant.
And he's out of bounds. Almost gets to the 10. 11 yards there and a Lion 1st down.
Looks to me like maybe there's a little attrition setting in with this drive. Because when you see that type of a run, I get the feeling the defense getting a little bit tired.
And that's the last thing they need, especially when they look up at the scoreboard. From down at the 12, it's 1st and 10. 1st down, and they go with Swift again. They'll get this down inside the 10 for a pickup of about 3.
Typically, we think it's the strong safeties that are better tacklers, especially closer to the line of scrimmage amidst traffic. But in this case, how about the free safety coming up and making the big-time play?
It's 2nd and 7 from the 9. He'll drop to throw. This will be caught at about the 6. And the stop will come inside the 5 at the 4. That catch good for 5. It's 3rd down.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before you get a good head of steam going.
They'll go to the air here on 3rd and 2. Galladay's got it, and the Lions have a touchdown. Kenny Galladay with touchdown number 8 on the year. And the Lions Lions add on to their lead.
That drive that really increased their cushion felt very military to me. Very precise, methodical. That's one of the words you've taught me. And they just got it done.
And slowly but surely now it's starting to pull away a little bit. Things looking good for them here in the third quarter.
Not only pulling away, you mentioned that slowly but surely. You also drain clock, too, with a drive like that. So you really give yourself an advantage.
Joey Sly now to kick off after the touchdown. Here's Oliver. And beyond the 20, but not by much. In fact, just a yard pass there to the 21. And now out on the field, here comes Los Angeles. These guys had to punt their last possession, and that's become too familiar of a refrain. Too many of these drives just wound up going nowhere.
Well, you know how in baseball, when the pitcher gets a base hit and he's on base, they bring his jacket out to him to keep him warm? A lot of times the punter goes to the sideline, puts on...
Nowhere to go. He lost the football. Dangerous spot for them to cough it up. Lucky to have recovered because had the defense gotten it, they were already within a shadow of the goalpost.
Yeah, and then you're yelling at your own defense. Sudden change, sudden change. That's not what you want to hear on your sideline. That means you got to run out there and try and stop an offense who has the ball in a very advantageous position.
They get 11 back on that one. It leads to third down. These guys have punted 4 times already, and they're staring at a 5th, barring a conversion here on third down.
Oh, gosh. Good catch. Oh, that's not the matchup I want.
Across midfield. A first down and then some. Give them 29 yards.
Press coverage on the outside, and for defenders,
it doesn't seem like coverage this year. The coverage options you can set are working, right? I've seen a few people mention that.
But no, not on that one. Got to step on him. Now it's just a matter of laying the ball out there for him to go get it.
And he's corralled, but not before getting it inside the 35. That's over 40 yards of movement with those last 2 plays.
I think they like this drive a little bit better there, partner. Running game helping out, picking up some of the slack. Because remember, the last drive, they went 3 and out.
Still in search of their first touchdown of the game, but they're on the move. 1st and 10. Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete. From the 34, they'll come to the line on 2nd and 10. Out of the gun. Gone. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down. We saw this a lot in the first half, and it continues. These receivers just not able to get much separation.
So that means they have to win the 50-50 balls. They've got to go up with the defender and find a way to start coming down with them.
And this time, contact and another incomplete pass. And he's going to get this to the 31, but that is still well short of what he needed. 3 yards, all they could muster there, and it'll bring up 4th down.
Well, offensively, that's the mismatch that you want. You want to force a linebacker to try and cover your back out of the backfield, out in some open space. The linebackers nowadays, they run like backs, and they take a lot of pride in covering. What a nice play he made there in the open field.
So chalk that down as an 8-play drive capped with a field goal.
Yeah, as a friend of mine used to say, they were moving and grooving for a while, but they couldn't keep the momentum going enough to get a touchdown out of it.
And he'll decide to not bring this one out as their drive will begin at the 25. Here's the Lion offense now as they get ready to take over. And, Charles, you'd have to think this is where you want to start taking some time off the clock.
Oh, definitely, because you got the lead, right? You take a good look up there and you say, okay, what do we need to do here? Well, you're not in full-out protect mode. You want to make sure you run it, throw it safe, take some time off, and eat it up.
Being chased out left. He'll get 3 yards on the scramble there at 2nd down.
How about a tip of the cap to the defense? They're working against a very mobile quarterback, but all day long they've kept him under wraps. And on that play, they held him to a short gain.
Here's 2nd and 7 now from the 28. Here's a throw that's taken in out of the backfield. And he'll be out of bounds across the 30-yard line.
That might feel like a little bit of a lost opportunity there for the offense because the defense brought pressure that time. And sometimes against that, you can get out to your running back, and it could turn into a big gain downfield. But what a nice job they did getting to him quickly and holding him to a short gain.
They'll set up to throw. Oh, it's a screen pass. That's complete. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. 11 yards there and a Lion first down.
Let's give a little credit there. The offensive play caller sensed that the screen pass was available. Whenever you're getting a lot of heavy pressure towards your quarterback, that's when you're thinking about running the screen and using that pressure against the defense. And it worked very well there for a first down.
And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. 11 yards there, just like last play. And that is going to do it for this third quarter of action. This is the National Football League on EA Sports. On 1st and 10, it's Swift. It was the linebacker Leonard Floyd on the stop.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where there'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
2nd and 9 now.
Yeah.
Down he goes.
Well, Texas starts to have a good drive, quite like a big loss on a sack, does it?
Now they're looking at a 3rd and long, and suddenly the momentum shifted to the other side of the football.
And old Lowe is a very, very fickle man.
Escaping the pressure right. And he finds his man Griffin. And this is going to be another first down as the tackle's going to be made at the Rams' 32-yard line. Boy, a nice play there as they wind up converting on 3rd and 15. 1st and 10, and they've got 3 tight ends out there. A jumbo package look. Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. Sliding out of the pocket. And now he's going to use his legs. He'll get 5 out of the scramble. It's 2nd down.
Now, how about that play? He took a possible negative and turned it into positive yardage and slid down to avoid taking a big shot. Excellent job getting down and avoiding the big hit.
On 2nd down now, Swift. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. They'll say no gain on the play there, and now it'll be 3rd down. Run blitz there defensively, something we might see more of here in the 4th quarter.
I think we'll see a lot of it, and the difference between that and a pass blitz, you're trying to get to the quarterback. You're trying to scheme someone open who will get to the QB and make sure he gets on the ground. In a run blitz, you're actually trying to cover up gaps, trying to cover up holes so they can't run the football.
And he's going to have a first down here as he gets this one to the 17-yard line.
And that pickup of a first down, that's going to leave a mark because they really needed to stop them there, didn't they?
So frustrating. Defensively, you're a play away from getting that football back here down late. Tough.
Now they've got to find a way to create a turnover or a takeaway. Otherwise, this one will probably get away from them.
Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
With his size, he's a tough man to bring down, but they do a nice job there stopping his progress and not allowing him to get back to the line of scrimmage.
Maybe just a slight detour on what's been a strong drive. Here's 2nd and 11. The Lions will use the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. 2nd and 11 now. Now back to throw. Well, this one taken in on the right sideline, but not in the field of play. They say it's incomplete. The throw led him a little too far. It brings up 3rd down. So the ref takes a peek here, wants to see if the receiver had possession and both feet inbounds.
If this were a college game, this would be a legal catch. It's the 2nd foot that they're looking at to make sure it gets down. You have to have 2 inbounds in the NFL.
Well, he challenged the play. It did not pay off.
And that means he lost a timeout in that challenge.
And as a coach, you hate that. Don't know if you took the advice of the player, you threw it yourself, but it didn't go your way.
At the end of the day, it all comes back to the head coach. He has the final determination on whether to actually challenge the play or not. In this case, it didn't pay off for him.
And that's got to be so heartbreaking. You throw that flag, you probably feel really confident, and then all of a sudden, boom, you lose the challenge.
Yeah, when you
Nothing else comfortable throwing this tight with this lead.
take a look at it, you're throwing that flag because you believe you're going to be right. And when it comes back the other way, you have to regroup.
His kick is indeed good, and that'll push the lead up to 17. So with that, you figure this game's pretty much out of reach at this point.
Yeah, it's going to take a heck of a comeback to come from 3 scores down, but don't change that channel. Don't go away. Miracles can happen, and you want to be here in case it does.
You're a company man.
I'll tell you.
And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line. Here's the Los Angeles offense as they get set to take possession. And the complexion of this one has really changed a fair amount. That last field goal makes it a 3-score game, so they need points in a hurry with time dwindling in the 4th quarter. They're throwing here to start the drive as they connect left side. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. Getting it to him in space pays off big time. That winds up going for 31. So the big play gets him across midfield now for 1st and 10. From the gun, here's Goff. Open man, Higby, the tight end. And they're able to get this one past the 30 down to the 25. He's been a one-man wrecking crew these last couple of plays. This time 18 more and a 1st down. On 1st down, Goff. Open man is Higby, the tight end. And brought down, but not before they get it inside the 10 to the 7. 18 yards on each of the last 2 plays, and they're picking up big chunks now. 2 big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit them, but now they got to get ready. It's 1st and goal. Looking to find a lane, but he can't. Reined in at the line of scrimmage. They'll say no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd and goal. They'll try again here from the 7 on 2nd and goal. A shotgun snap for Lowe. And he's got it. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Rams. Robert Woods with touchdown number 7 on the year. And the Rams are able to cut into this lead. It is true, the lead cut to 10, 23-13. 5 plays there on that drive. And it winds up with a touchdown for Los Angeles. So the lead back down to 10 as things get a little more interesting, and the kick is away. And this will make it into the end zone. And he'll just sit on this one as their drive will start at the 25. The Lions offense, they get ready to head back onto the field. And you figure after giving up that last touchdown, they trail by 2 scores here in the fourth quarter. This drive becomes very critical. A little jet sweep to start the drive. A gain of 10 as they look to add on to this 10-point lead. Extra bulk up front for 2nd and inches. 3 tight ends. This is Scarborough. 2 yards, good enough for a first. Now I think we're going to get a timeout here. Yes, a timeout here as it looks like we've got a Lion that's shaken up. Well, he gets attended to. We'll step aside. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10.
I don't do anything at all towards Ramsey, not even screen passes. So
they run out of the gun with Swift. And they'll take this one for about 4 up to the 40. Now, I'm guessing you'd say this is kind of the key here. Grind out some yardage, work on that clock, see if you can continue to tick it down.
Definitely, you want to bleed things out at this point, right? Continue to possess the football, gain some yardage, and put the onus on the defense. Do they have to use timeouts? What are they going to do to stop you? You're taking charge.
Now they'll switch it up here. Look to throw. They'll try and set up the screen to Swift.
oh, what the hell? He just threw the ball. What are they going to do on this? I mean, I guess, I'll accept it. I hope the ball's still mine. It is.
No, in these types of situations, players will tell you that's extra intensity.
Oh,
Where
my
we
world.
sit, it's actually frustration. Not a good play.
So now a fresh set of downs, 1st and 10 after roughing the passer. This is Hines. And they'll lose yardage here. Back at the 47. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12. Got to figure now, after getting that turnover, they're just going to be happy to keep the ball on the ground, right?
This is where covering the football, taking care of the ball, all the ball security terms that have ever been used, they come into play for the guys on offense right now. Just take care of it, and they've got a good chance of ending up winning this game.
The throw over the middle, taken in. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. A gain there of 21 yards. This is something you got to be wary of defensively. I mean, just because they're in the mode of trying to burn some clock doesn't mean they won't pass it, and they got good yardage out of that one.
Yeah, and really, when you're looking at it, now they've got a fresh set of downs. Look for 2nd down. If they want to take another shot and try and loosen things up, that'd be the time to do it.
On 1st down, he'll drop to throw. And Green with a catch left side. And he'll be a couple yards shy of the red zone here at the 22-yard line. They'll contain him to just 4. 2nd down. 4 yards on that last completion, so that sets up 2nd and 6. They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. And he'll take this inside the 20 and down to the 18. Still a couple yards short of the first as the 3-yard gain brings up a 3rd down. And this will probably be the final play before the 2-minute warning. It's Scarborough again. And he won't be close to a 1st down as he runs into a wall right around the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there, and it'll bring up 4th down. So the Lions in possession of the football as we welcome you back. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. And his kick here is good. And that will stretch the lead up to 13. So they settle for just the 3, but clearly right now anything helps trying to salt this one away in the 4th.
Without a doubt, obviously a touchdown probably would have been the final nail to finish this thing off, but it's still 8 up time, got points. So while it's not mission accomplished, it's darn close.
And able to get this across the 20, but not much further as he's dropped at the 23-yard line. So Jared Goff in the offense. Down by 13. A minute 53 remaining. Field goals useless at this point. They need 2 touchdowns, and they need them in short order. Now Goff on first down. And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line. The drive starting with a first down, 11 yards on that pickup. He's going to let it fly. And too much juice. It'll be...
Accidentally switched the camera there.
Out of bounds, incomplete. Second and 10 from the 33-yard line. Now gone.
Oh, gosh.
He's got Akers. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. Now after the completion, we're going to get a timeout, an injured player. While the training staff works on him, we'll step aside and be right back. On first down, it's good. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up second down.
When you run in the slant, timing is everything, and against that man coverage, there was no space available, and incompletion as a result.
So now second and 10 after the incompletion on first down. Again, Goff. And he's going to be hit and taken down. Back right around the 48-yard line. The Rams going to go ahead and use the first of their timeouts as they'll talk it over here before what will be an important third down. Goff now looks to throw. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up fourth down.
We've seen that the deep ball's been a part of their game plan all afternoon, but they've had trouble hooking up on it, unable to successfully find the end zone over the top.
They go ahead and snap it. Goff. He's going to let it fly.
Obviously disappointing, but you had to go for broke here, down 2 scores. So that forced you to make some throws you definitely wouldn't want to make. And I think this interception is going to pretty much write an end to this one.
Coming out with a jumbo package to start the drive. They'll start things on first down with Bo Scarborough. And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26. The last play got just a yard. Here's second and 9 from the 26. They try again with Scarborough. The Rams going to be forced to use their third and final timeout as they'll get it with just a shade under a minute to go in the game. The Rams go nickel here defensively on third. From the gun, here's Swift. And a good job defensively. They stop him short of the first at the 32. 4 yards on the pickup there, but it's going to take him to fourth down. Here comes the Lions punter now, as he's on here to punt it away. He's averaging just under 50 yards a punt as he gets this away. This is taken at the 18. It's a 47-yard punt, return of 6. And control of the football switching hands here with very little time remaining in this contest. Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. Well, this is just an exercise in futility. Do you even bother running a play here offensively?
I wouldn't, because now is not going to erase what's happened during the game. So after it's over, you're going to go to the film, find out where the game was really lost. But this is not a situation.
Hey, we'll take it. It's a good win. First Lions to 4-3.
Well, as always, partner, an extreme pleasure to share a booth with you. I have to say, I am impressed at your discipline because you came here and you said you were not going to eat any of the media buffet. You made it to the end. You didn't consume a single calorie.
I appreciate that. What you missed is me going to the concession stand outside of your eyesight and getting it done.
Rushing yards played a big role today. It's 2 weeks in a row the Lions have got pretty good rush defense after giving up 200 to a running back a few weeks ago.
So for the Lions, they move back over 500 now at 4-3. And they'll have another road date next week with the Miami Dolphins. Meanwhile, for the Rams, they drop back to 500 now at 4 up and 4 down. And they'll try to get back to their winning ways next week as they head to Santa Clara to take on the 49ers. And for Charles Davis and our entire crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports.
Had a handful of drops. Their left tackle is like a 69 or something overall. He got just destroyed today. And Ricky gets a, I think that was their first round pick too. Gets a sack. God, Jalen Ramsey's scary to play against. Could have had a nice game. It's a good win for the Lions. We'll take it. But that's going to do it for this episode. So I'll probably stream on Sunday. I might actually be doing some MLB The Show off-season stuff, either tomorrow, Sunday that is, or Monday. So, but the Lions are 4-3, looking good. This is a much better season than the first 2 seasons have gone so far for this same old Lions. So I appreciate you guys checking out these streams, whether it's live, whether it's archived and whatever. But yeah, super appreciate that. So hopefully the sliders are working out for you and you're enjoying the broadcast camera if you're trying it. I'm Mike Lowe on Twitter at MikeLowe47. Subscribe to the YouTube channel if you would. That would be helpful. Otherwise, I'll talk to you all next time.